What's up, guys? So as you may know, Splatoon 2 just came out on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to be showcasing the new mode, Salmon Run. Now here is Salmon Run. If you don't know what Salmon Run is, it's a new mode in Splatoon 2. It's a horde type mode where you're facing waves of enemy, just like Halo Firefight, Call of Duty Zombies, Gears of War Horde. So it's a wave-based shooting wave after waves of enemy. And as you can see on screen, I'm currently showing Salmon Run, and as you can see, you can only play at certain times and certain dates. You can see for the next couple of days, those are the current dates up until July 27. So you can go ahead and read that if you want to know when Salmon Run is going to be available, because they do shut this mode down. Unfortunately, you can't play this mode 24/7, and it's kind of a shame you can't play this mode 24/7, just because due to the fact that it's one of the new modes in Splatoon 2. You would think that in Splatoon 2, since this was never in the first game, you would think they would let you play it as much as you want, but unfortunately you can't play it as much as you want. Now I'm going to go into the game and talk about a little bit how Salmon Run works, and sorry for the inconvenience. I won't be able to put up any game music or game volume, so you won't be hearing anything from the game. You'll just hear my commentary. Again, I really do apologize that, but I can't play any music or any audio from the game, so it's going to be muted, but you will hear my lovely voice. Anyway, let's start the video. So as you can see, before starting Salmon Run, you do got a couple of different options here. You can see that you got freelance, and freelance is pretty much just joining up with random people online with random lobbies and playing Salmon Run online with random people. Then you can also play with your friends. It says work with your friends to get the job done. And then you can also play with the new Nintendo's online Switch app on mobile, so you can also do that as well. And as you can see in the top left, you are given certain weapons each time Salmon Run is on. So as you can see in the top left, it says supplied weapons. So you got the Splattershot Junior, you got the Splat Dualies, you got a roller, and you got a charger right there, and it says timer. You can see I got some points right there. And if you press Y, you can check your standings. You can see this month's gear. You do get a squid polo. It comes out sometime this month. You can get that right now. Currently, you're not able to get it, but if you play this, you will be able to get it this month. And then I also am getting a food ticket. Never had a chance to use the food tickets yet, but I do have a food ticket right there. And then you can see Grisco point card, current point 765, shifts work 20. So I played this mode 20 times. I collected 77 golden eggs. I'll explain that a little bit later. Power eggs 5,341. Crew members rescued 25, total points again 765, and then there's a bonus meter right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the gameplay. I'm going to talk a little bit about Salmon Run and how Salmon Run actually works. So anyway, let's start Salmon Run. Welcome to Salmon Run, or Salmon Run, however you want to pronounce it. But here is Salmon Run, or Salmon Run right here. And basically at the start of each wave, you are given a random weapon. The random weapon is going to be in the lobby. As you seen earlier in the video, I talked about which weapons are currently in this session. You got 4, and on the start of each wave, you do get the random weapon. You can't choose your weapon. Right now, it did give me the Splat Dualies, and you can see on the top right-hand corner, I do got a special. I got the Splashdown, so now I am using the Splat Dualies with Splashdown. And I don't know if you can see beside the top right-hand corner, beside the Splashdown, I do got 2 little marshmallows, or 2 little white pillows. That means I can only activate the special 2 times in the whole entire match, and then I can't use it again. So you want to use your special really careful. You don't want to be throwing out your special because you don't want to waste it. Now, as you see, as I'm hitting enemies, I am getting these little eggs. Now, for the little small enemies, the little fish, you don't actually need to do anything. You just collect these eggs. But once you actually face the bosses, as you can see, the guy in front of me with the umbrella right now, he is a boss and he's going around. And as I'm shooting him, he is taking damage. And once you kill the bosses, you do get these golden eggs. And these golden eggs have to be picked up. As you can see right in front of me, I need to pick this up. As you can see on the back, on my life preserver, I do have a golden egg. And you want want to take the golden egg to a basket and drop it off. It says wave 1. Now in Salmon Run, there's only 3 waves, and you can see the criteria you need to beat this is 6 golden eggs. So you got to defeat the boss, and you need to get 6 golden eggs into the basket I am currently looking at. If you don't do that before the time runs out, then you immediately, it's game over. So you want to be careful. Now, I do know for Salmon Run there is different difficulties, but I'm not sure what the difficulty is when playing with random strangers online. I know if you play local or with friends or something, you can change the difficulty, but online it's a set difficulty, and I don't know what the difficulty is when playing randomly with people online. I can't tell you that for sure. And on the bottom, under wave 1 and under the 9 out of 6 golden eggs required to beat the wave, you can see everybody's little tag you can see right there, and it does actually put an X over all those little squid icons on the top left under the wave 2 and 100. It does actually give you an X. That means they are currently non-respondable, and what you basically have to do when someone dies, you do have to basically go ahead and hit the life preserver. You can actually move around as the life preserver once you die. You can't respawn until someone actually shoots your life preserver. But the nice thing is someone can actually revive you. And right now I am using the Splat charger. I do have a charger on deck. I'm not really too good with the charger, but that's one thing you may or may not like about this horde mode. You are using random weapons, and that kind of may make you mad, or maybe may not make you mad. Honestly, I kind of like it because you would use weapons that you're not normally using when you're playing like regular turf war or ranked battles or league battles. So it's very nice that you may like it or may not like it. And right now in the Salmon Run, there's only one current map available to us right now. I'm assuming in different updates we'll get more maps. One thing about this 1 or 2 maps we have currently, I'm not sure if we have 1 or 2. I think we have 2, but don't quote me on that. The thing about this is, as well as when you play this map, sometimes it'll be nighttime, sometimes the high tide will come in, and as you know in Splatoon, the inklings or squids can't go in the water. You'll actually die. I'm gonna go ahead and die on purpose so you can see what it looks like to respawn. Or don't respawn. See, when you die, you can't actually respawn. You can actually turn into a life preserver, and you actually can control it. And then at the bottom left, it says help or booyah. If you press up on the D-pad, you can ask for help from your teammates, and your teammates have to actually physically come over to you and actually ink you, so that you'll become a normal inkling again, which is a pretty nice touch. But then again, I am also worried when you're playing randoms online. Some people may not want to help you, and they may troll you online. Yes, they may troll you, and that's one problem I have with this, especially when you're playing people who don't care about teamwork. Now, this mode is obviously all about teamwork, and that's one thing I worry about. And as you can see on the left side, it says Boss Salmon Alert, so it does alert you when a boss comes. Now, when I played this online, I'll probably over like 50 times now, and what I can say is, online is pretty easy for the most part. I don't know what the difficulty is, but it is pretty easy. I'm going to try to go over here and use Splashdown right now just for the fun of it. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to beat this. And there's one of the bosses. Most of the bosses in this game are pretty easy. Now, each boss has a different way of killing it. You can't just keep shooting it with your ink. A lot of them have different ways to kill it. You got to hit it in a certain spot. And they pretty much go over this before you start Salmon Run. So I don't really need to explain that, because you do get a tutorial when you first start up a Salmon Run. It explains all the different types of bosses you have. Now, for the normal small squids, or salmon, excuse me, for the small salmonid, you don't need any tutorial on them, because it's pretty much like even this one, well, not this one, these are 2 bosses. And the funny thing about this game mode is Salmon Run is you can actually get multiple bosses per wave, which is crazy. As you can see right there, we did just end up getting creamed. We did die. To be fair, it's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time. I just wanted to showcase Salmon Run because this is pretty much the new mode for Splatoon or Splatoon 2, and I've been having a lot of fun playing this mode specifically because as a Splatoon veteran, I wasn't in the first one, and this is pretty much the only new mode outside of League Battle, and League Battle's nothing really new at all. I'm going to go ahead and quit out of the match. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Splatoon 2 Salmon Run. I've really been loving it. Is it horde mode that I think is really, really engaging. Honestly, I think that over time this thing will get boring and a lot of people will stop playing it. Hopefully they add new bosses, new maps, different things in this mode, because I can see this mode getting stale. Sure, the main game can get stale, but I think this mode can get more stale than the main game over time. If you compare this to other horde modes already on the market, such as Call of Duty Zombies, or Halo Firefight, or even Gears of War Horde, this honestly doesn't really compare to some of the other better ones in the actual when it comes to horde modes in video games. But honestly, I am liking what I'm seeing so far. I just hope they take this a step further and maybe give out different difficulties online when playing with randoms. They give us different bosses to fight, new ones in different updates, and things like that. That would actually make this mode very fun. But overall, I am absolutely loving Salmon Run for Splatoon 2. And that's a quick look at Salmon Run for Splatoon 2, now available on Nintendo Switch. Don't forget to stay tuned to My Tech News for all the latest and greatest tech news, Nintendo news, gaming news, and things like that. Anyway, guys, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out, guys.